you Stevo checking in, and you tuned in to Reema Live. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I don't come around no more, they think I'm Hollywood. If they see me, what they try, man, they probably would. I don't handle shit with violence, but he think he tough. I'ma kill my bitch with silence when she acting up. Yeah, I come from the hood, I'm straight from the block. Yeah, when them niggas sending shots like they at the crowd. What them niggas spin the block, no one's alone.
Hey y'all, welcome to Reema Live, and we are here at the Jungle Lore Studio in Chicago, Illinois, in Pilsen. And today we have in the stew OG Stevo.
Yeah, what's the word, y'all?
My guy, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So to jump right into things, because I don't skip. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad his manager Neeks could hook this up. Thank you so much, because it's mad cold in the city, and I wasn't sure if traffic was gonna let us do this. Some of your greatest hits on Spotify right now. First of all, artistically talented. I can't even begin to express my joy. I was actually going through your discography earlier today, and I was like, dang, you know what's crazy? Lemonade? I was like, gee, this man's come so far. And I was like, he hit the stage at Summer Smash with Lemonade too. I was like, oh, that was cute. I like that. What was that experience for you at Summer Smash like?
That shit was just crazy, you feel me? Like, it's like I ain't never had no show like that, you feel me? It was hella fucking people, like, in the way how that shit was just structured, it's like the big leagues,
people
you feel
was vibing
me?
with you.
Yeah,
like, I watched the recap on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, shout out to your videographer, because he did a great job. Like, people was vibing for real. I can't wait to see you at things like Coachella.
Man, I can't wait for that shit either, you feel me? But
tell me about your first live performance, because I know you started in college.
Yeah, so my first live performance was like at NIU we had like these little open mics called Expressions.
Okay.
So I had did a song I got called Busy there, and that shit was just lit. Like, it was like hella lights and shit, everybody recording and shit, motherfuckers dancing on the tables and shit, like that shit was crazy.
So your school ended up hiring you?
Yeah, so I did that Expressions, and then after that they end up like throwing like the last Expressions, because motherfuckers used to be fighting after the little shit, so they end up like
no Travis Scott, no Astro.
So they end up canceling that shit and threw one last one where like they went and got a venue for that shit and everything. So
they went out with a bang.
Yeah, they went out with a bang, and motherfuckers was fighting too at the end of that, so they went out with a bang too. So that shit was turned. After that, like my homie, one of my homies, Tang, he worked, he was like in the org president or some shit. Okay. So he was like, hey, you trying to, perform in the Carl Sandburg, like the little hall we have when they do all the events and shit. And I'm like, hell yeah, you feel me? So that's how I started performing at the school in front of like the whole school and shit.
For those that already don't know, because you've probably been asked a lot, tell us a little bit about your background.
Okay, so both my parents Nigerian, so I'm 100% Nigerian.
I'm a Nigerian in the building. Okay. So, you're about demon.
No. Onye Igbo.
Okay. So we'll see. We'll see.
But it's like, two Igbo parents, me, my big brother, my two younger sisters, all of us just living in the crib, you feel me? Just an African-ass household. Like, literally. The only time I got a taste of, like, American culture and shit is like going to school. Come back home, straight African Nigerian. So
how did they feel about you venturing into music? Because I have a very West African mom that's like, go to school.
Yeah, and be a doctor, all that shit.
Engineer, architects.
So it's like when I was younger, it's like I was in a choir in like 3rd grade. So, because at school, that was the only extracurricular activity we had. We ain't had no sports, no none of that. So it's like, I joined the choir. That's why all the little females that joined the choir and shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna join the choir.
So you had your little alto, soprano.
Me and all the guys, we just joined it like, fuck, let's join that shit. And then cause I'm thinking like, we all sing together. I'm not gonna have to sing for real. So it's like,
so what you thought it was?
I didn't know whether I could sing or not by then. So I'm thinking it's sweet. Until like the first day of like choir practice, like the music teacher had all of us sing separately so that he can group us into our groups. And then that's when I was like, damn, like
I gotta sing for
all these people. You feel me? I don't know if I can sing or whatever, but he gave us like everybody a song to sing, the same song. I started singing and shit, and motherfuckers just staring like, oh, like this little nigga can sing. Like,
you got some melody in there.
I got some little pipes, so I'm like, shit, I guess I can sing.
Did you grow up in church?
I grew up in church, yeah. I sang in the choir and shit too as well, you feel me? So it's like, And then like you know all the little African parties and shit. Me and a couple of my cousins and my brother, we used to go, like they'd play an instrumental at a party, and we'd just like sing with the mic and shit. And they used to just be spraying us money and shit. So it's like they have to know that eventually that was gonna happen. But after that was like 6th, 7th grade. After that, I didn't do shit with music until college. You feel me? Like I was hooping and shit. I thought I was gonna go to the NBA or some shit.
When you started doing music, how did you fall into the genre that you're in? Because you could have picked anything. Really, the sky is the limit. How did you fall into this, and who inspired you? Or what are the driving forces that inspired you to make the music you make?
Man, like when I first was rapping, I was making like heartfelt shit, like heartfelt raps and shit, like A Boogie, like all my beats I used to be on YouTube, A Boogie type beat. That's the only shit I was listening to. You feel me?
Wearing that shit out.
I promise you, like I listened to every single A Boogie type beat on YouTube for a fact. Like walking on campus with just the beats playing at random on YouTube, just to say, okay, I fuck with this one. Let me say this one. You feel me? Like so, I listen to all that shit, and then I don't even know like what really happened. No, matter of fact, one of my homies had passed.
Okay.
And that's what made me like start like switching like to the genre where I'm really like telling my story and shit. And then a lot of homies ended up passing and shit. So that's how I just kept on doing that shit.
So being from Chicago has really influenced your drive for music. And how do you move in a city like Chicago, and how do you know who to trust? Because that's been a lot of stigma among a lot of artists. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Very recently, that's very tragic, and a lot of other talented young men. And being in a city like Chicago, you know how we move. You know what I mean? You kind of got to have your head on a swivel. You got to watch those closest to you, which is unfortunate. So how do you pick the group of people you're around, and how do you stay ahead of the curve when it comes to violence and things like that?
Gee, this is a question that nobody has ever asked me in an interview. Like, that's a good ass question, I'm not gonna lie. So it's like, as far as who to trust, if you look at my earlier videos and my videos now, like I'm with the same niggas, it's the same people, it's the same faces all the time. Like, I don't trust new people. I don't kick it with new people. Everybody I've known for years to come, you feel me? Before I was rapping, we were just homies or just hooping. So they just eventually, came with me. That's who I'm with. And a city like Chicago is like, I feel like a lot of motherfuckers be just so tough, like sometimes it's cool to be cautious and make it back to the crib, you feel me? I feel like the most gangster thing you can do is make it back home to your parents.
Very
like,
underrated
you feel me? Make it back home to your kids. That's the most gangster thing you can do. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is making it back home. So me, it's like I don't do nothing by myself. I'm outside. I'm with one homie or, a couple homies, you feel me? I got my own little security and shit I be with too.
I really heard that one in Ghost Ride. I really heard that. Yeah, I felt it. And that's why I wanted to ask you that, because when you made that song, I was sitting there like, you kind of got to stay ahead of stuff. And it's you got to be aware. There's nothing wrong with being aware of your surroundings.
Ain't nothing wrong with it at all. You feel me? I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't even go pump gas by myself. Like, you feel me? Like,
and there's nothing scary about that. I feel like the stigma of being scary gets you into really messed up situations.
Yeah, G. Niggas be tweaking, G. Niggas be hating and shit. So it's like, just stay, like you say, you gotta stay ahead of the game. You feel me?
So what is something, because I've listened to your music, Hollywood, One Take, these Balenciagas, a few of my favorites, Don't Scuff Them.
Thank you.
Be Something. When I tell you I was in the house, like, on the table, like, you feel me? What's your creative process like? Because I watched your documentary recently, which was dope. And you talk about being extremely comfortable in the studio, but what is your creative process like? Like, what do you do to get into your groove or whatever? Because you like to dance and stuff.
I be turned, G. This my same energy how I be like on the stage in the videos, the same way I be in the studio. You feel me? So it's like, we'll book a session or some shit. A couple of the guys slide. We get the thonkies going. You feel me?
The thonkies.
The motherfuckers pull up. Meeks always pull up with the Casamigos, the Casamigos. You stay with the Casamigos.
You gotta put down the Casamigos.
And pick up what?
Anything else. That's gonna get you into trouble.
You see, and that's when we be in the studio. We be
I try to get all the guys on the wine tip. It's a cool turn up.
I fuck with the wine because it's like it's a slow and steady wins the race, and then in the morning you don't be feeling bogus. But that Casamigos, when I want then and there, I want to be lit. Oh yeah, we get in the studio. That's how that's like a party, like a little mini kickback.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a matter of fact. That's how we treat the studio.
Just him and the same people he was with though, so don't think you're gonna get an invite though.
Yeah, nah, you can't come.
You can't come.
He might have a thing where we look like a fan coming to the studio or some shit, like on some fucking shit.
They lying. They just gonna invite the girls to the studio. Y'all ain't getting no invites. Don't hit his DM or DM.
Girls can be fans too. Shit. I ain't say which fan. I ain't specifying.
Okay, this is a question I want to ask that I haven't got to ask anyone. What legacy do you want to leave behind?
Man.
Like we listen to our the lates and greats, and we like, wow, this is how their music impacted. What message do you want to leave behind for your music? I know you still got a long way to go.
A long way to go. God willing, you feel me? So I don't know. I want to be like. I just want to be like one of the hardest niggas in this shit. Like not. It's like with the music, but also the shit I'm doing for the community and shit too. You feel me? Like thank you.
The exclusive 773. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, shout out Lyrical Lemonade. Shout out exclusive 773.
How was that experience being able to give back and be a recognized face in the community? Because a lot of
that shit, man, that shit is beautiful. Like I kid you not. Like not even like on no little cliche shit. It's like after that shit, it's like I sit and reflect and I'm like, damn, G, this shit really feels good. Like, it really warms my heart to do this shit like this because I know how it feels like to not have much, you feel me? So it's like when I can do, I do what I can, you feel me? Be a blessing to somebody.
So in a way, you kind of want to have philanthropy under your bed.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I want to do crazy shit. I want to open up a community center, like all kind. I got raw-ass ideas in my head, you feel me?
So
like,
what are some of your inspirations behind these? Like, who has influenced you? From a personal and from a business music, I want to know it all.
So personally, my old high school coach Vince Carter.
Okay.
He man, that guy's a great guy. Like he that's the community center I use when I did the turkey drive. Like he does that. Like he has an after school program for kids to come over there, you feel me, and do their homework over there. He has an AAU team where he coaches, kids and everything. So he's just like a real prominent figure in his community. And I want to be just like that. Or at least half. If I could be half the man that Carter is, I'll be satisfied.
And that's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. I want to know, because also growing up in a city like Chicago, what are some of the things you avoided? Because you grew up in Rogers Park. Yeah. We all know how a lot of the blocks on Chicago are, whether you're north, south, east, west.
Dangerous really everywhere, you feel me? So I really just tried to stay away from, of course, everybody get mixed up in some bullshit here and there, but I really tried to stay away from that. Like when I was growing up, I was hooping. So I was really focused on being in the gym. Every time we was all in the gym, always getting in the gym, being in the gym, you feel me? So that's what I tried to stay away from, but it's like, you just do your best. You do the best that you can.
Have you ever had to leave somebody behind in pursuit of your dreams? And
I left a couple motherfuckers behind, and they not coming back.
In a sense, is it bittersweet, or is it something that you've learned to kind of just become desensitized to in an industry like this? Because a lot of the times, people you start with is not a lot of the times.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes it's like, damn, like, I'll watch a video, see one of my homies in the video that I don't be with no more. I'll be like, damn, like, this motherfucker used to be really with me, but he not with me. Oh well, it's like once you like do some fool shit, it's like it's kind of over with for you. You feel me?
So you're big on loyalty.
Oh, for sure.
I got an interesting question. I listen to Ryder, which is actually I like the. If you haven't seen Ryder, watch it. It was really cute to me.
Yeah.
But loyalty among men and women in this industry, and you being so young. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your head on the swivel for these girls too. Yeah. But what is your definition of a writer? Because women are depicted as choosy and disloyal, and you actually made a song with somebody who's down. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, a writer is exactly like what it is. Like, through the thick, through thin, you feel me? She gonna be there for you. Like, through the bad times, when you down, she there. When you up, she there. Like, that's a writer, not somebody that comes around when you already up or some shit. Like, a motherfucker's really there and sink the shit from the ground. Feel me? Okay. So, cause somebody who see the shit from the ground, they appreciate that shit more,
Okay, so in your journey upward, do you feel like, because a lot of people I've spoke to that are successful, they're like, man, if I didn't find love before I became who I am now, I don't think I'm gonna find it because it's hard to establish that bond with somebody when you've already made it. You don't know what they'll leave you for.
For sure.
So do you feel like before you become the epitome of who you were supposed to be, that you would like to find that? Or are you comfortable with finding that after you become the tycoon that you are?
I mean, that's cool. If I find it, it's cool. But it's like I'm not looking for that shit right now. You feel me? So it's like I'm chilling.
Okay, lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I'm on a mission right now. I'm tunnel vision. I'm on a mission right now. I don't have room for no distraction. So if that shit happens when I'm on, so be it. I feel like I'm a good judge of character. I know. I see the signs.
Because I heard the song and I was like, I wonder how good of a judge of character he is.
I feel like I'm a great judge of character. If I don't see the signs, my homies will see the signs. My homies will see the signs. My parents will see the signs. So.
Okay. What's one of the most difficult things you had to overcome during this journey? Besides, of course, losing friends, having to relive those situations through music sonically, what are some difficult things through business that you've had to get through?
That's a good question. Some difficult things I've had to get through.
I'm a tough question now. I'm gonna be on CNN one day. You're gonna be like, I know that shit.
I was just knocking them bitches out the now. I gotta really
Period.
I mean, matter of fact, it's like as far as business, I gotta start seeing shit for what it is. It's like a lot of motherfuckers now, like in this industry, will try to sell you a dream. You feel me? Like they'll really try to sell you a dream. So you gotta look out for that shit. Don't be quick to jump on anything. Just really take your time. You feel me? Like, it don't matter who it is. Oh, okay, this person from this label, so now you thirsty. Nah, you cool. You feel me? Like, obviously they coming for you for a reason and some shit. So I really just have to learn to just really sit, take my time, and really see shit for what it is. You feel me?
How did you know Neeks was the right manager for you?
It's my dog.
And
I've known Nico for like 10 years.
Okay. So
I've known Mike Will for like 13 years. No, I know Nico for 11 years. I know him for like 13, 14 years. They've been with me. Like.
And they gonna stay with you.
They gonna stay with me. This guy's a genius. Nico is a genius. Like, one of the smartest guys I know. It was a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
This guy was a prodigy when he was a little kid playing in his dad's band as a shorty. He played every single instrument.
So not only are they business savvy,
but they just talented. You know, they just...
Shout out to the team. Like, a lot of people don't have a solid team, and people forget, like, what is the saying? No big I, no little you. A lot of people forget that you do need people there.
Right, you have to. You need people to fall back on. You need people to help you.
This industry is not for the weak.
Celebrate things with. No, for real, it's not for the weak. So.
And you make it look so easy, by the way.
You think so?
Like, you make it look good. You make it look fun.
Yeah.
I think every time I've watched a video of yours, it's always been the same people around you, and it's always been an uplifting vibe. Even Neighborhood Hero and songs like that, where they are more of a serious nature, you still have an uplifting energy behind it, which is great, because sometimes you listen to music and it affects your energy. I'm real big on energy. Like, you could be spitting some real shit, but if you put me in depression, I ain't probably gonna listen to that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like...
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's why I be trying to say that. You know, I be trying to spit my shit in like a turn way. You make
optimism, which is something the world really, really needs nowadays as well, and that's extremely refreshing. Here's a fun question. What is something about you that your audience doesn't know you're into that you like? Like, what's a fun thing? Hobby? What's something? I'll share.
I like cooking. I love cooking.
What can you cook?
I can make a lot of things.
If you say catfish and spaghetti, I'm going to scream.
That's like baby shit though. Like, I can make.
Okay, so chef
if you know me personally, you know Stevo, you know, like, I really get busy.
Still cook? Can I cook still?
I get busy.
I want to know, what's your favorite dish?
I like making greens. I love greens.
So it's Thanksgiving coming up.
I get busy. We had a Friendsgiving last year when I made the greens.
Okay.
Tell me that shit on the head.
You got the
gone. That shit like the first. That was the first thing gone.
I gotta try it to believe it. But he can cook.
Don't worry.
Y'all, he can cook, which is
I'm surgical in that kitchen.
He's certified. Okay. Here's one. Who is someone, living or dead, that you would love to hang out with for a day, and what would you ask them if you could?
Living or dead? Man, I'll bring my homie TJ back. That's what I'll do. Just kick it with him for a day, go hoop with him or some shit like we used to do. For sure.
Okay, that's interesting. I really like that. That's really sentimental.
Yeah.
And on a musical tip, who do you see yourself, or who would you like to collaborate with, either from the city? Okay, let's do this within the city, and then out of the city.
Okay, within the city.
Male or female?
I gotta pick one person?
No.
Okay, so I want to work with Dirt and Herb, obviously, you feel me? I fuck with Femdot heavy, too. I feel like me and Femdot do some crazy shit. And my homie Flex, he hard, too. I do some shit with him. Out the city, I fuck with Raw Wave, you feel me? I fuck with Raw Wave shit heavy, I fuck with
I could see that.
I fuck with No Cap. I feel like me and Raw Wave definitely put a motherfucker in depression. Well, he'll put a motherfucker in depression. I'll pick him back up, then he'll put him back in depression.
It's the roller coaster. It's the Six Flags joint.
For sure. Kodak, hard as fuck. Super fucking Kodak. Damn. Oh, if I can make a song with Akon too,
Akon is
that
dope.
would be beautiful.
I like that.
That would be beautiful.
Some out of the box shit. Who's a random person you like? Nobody would think you would want to make a song with.
Gee, it's a Nigerian artist named Omale. He hard as fuck.
He just had a tour here actually.
I love his music.
Recently.
Yeah, I was in the club.
Godly is my
in
shit.
Houston. Yeah, that Understand, that's my shit right there.
That's
like,
a dope one.
I know that song from front to back, back to front. Like,
see, which is something I actually wanted to ask you. Afrobeats, being that you have that Nigerian culture embedded in you, have you ever thought of diving into that, either yourself or working with, like you said, Omale or like another Afrobeat artist to feature?
Yeah, I definitely thought about that, you feel me? I have a couple Afrobeat songs already, you feel me? So it's like,
unreleased.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm definitely trying to, eventually dive into that lane once I, conquer the shit I'm in right now.
Okay. So upcoming projects, I want to know what's in store for your audience.
Upcoming projects, they may get a project. Y'all might get an EP beginning of the year, maybe. Who knows? Y'all get singles for sure, hard videos. Project, y'all just not to wait and see when.
See, I need the world to open back up because I'm ready to see you on more center stages.
Yeah, I'm ready for that shit too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Festivals and things, what do you hope to have? Because I would love to see you, even though tragic losses happen, I would love to see you have your own version of Astro World, like a Stevo type,
Stevo World or some shit.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope. I think it'd be crazy energy.
That should be raw as fuck. But to do that, I would have to really do that shit like the right way, like really on some raw shit, like do it big. You feel me? Like, so that'll be raw as hell. You feel me? But until then, I mean, I want to do like Rolling Loud, Pitchfork, shit like that, Governor's Ball or some shit. Some raw shit.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I am so glad.
Lollapalooza too.
Lollapalooza this year.
Right, smack in the rack. Yeah, it's right in the rack too.
Smack in the rack. Touring. When do you feel like you'll get to doing stuff like that? Have you ever? Is it crossed your mind yet?
Yeah, I mean, me and my team, we talk about it though. But I want to really capture more people before I start doing that. I want to be able to go to any city, like, and have a amazing turnout, like for sure. Before I get there, tickets sold out type shit. You feel me? So.
Okay. So for me, my biggest thing is positive mindsets, and as entrepreneurs and as creators, which is who I look for. How do you what's an affirmation? I don't know if you're big on that you say to yourself to keep yourself going, that you could use to help somebody else that's trying to get to where you are. What's something you tell yourself?
I tell myself it's like the only way I could fail for a fact, 100% fail, is if I stop now. That's literally the only way I could fail 100%. Like, the only way you know for a fact it's not gonna happen is if you stop now. If you keep going, you don't know what's gonna happen. You feel me? So you already came this far. Keep going. Like, it's a waste of time. If I stop now, it's a waste of time. I wasted 4 years of my life already if I stop.
If you're going through hell, why stop at hell?
Yeah, if you're going through hell, why stop at hell? I mean, once you at rock bottom, what's the lowest you can go? You can't go lower than that. You can only go up. You feel me? So.
And it's only up from here.
For sure.
For OG Stevo, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. It was such a blessing to have you here at the Jungle Lord Studio. I'm Reema. This is OG Stevo. We signing out. Peace.